Hello everybody, this is Harzlek, and yes, this is going to be another one. This is me immediately playing after finishing uploading and recording it. Yes, it may have been taking a couple of days to get it up. I'm sorry. I'll try and not let that happen again and try and get this up on a more regular basis. So because of that, I didn't have many chance to give commenters a comment to name who they want to be. So we'll just dive straight into it. First off, we need to get our leper into some stress release leaf. So I can't put you in the bar. You bleed resistance. So I might put you into the gambling hall, like that. The reason I'm not actually calling them by their proper names is because I just like to call them by their what class they are, because I don't become too attached to them. I only will become attached to them when you guys say you want to be attached to them. By name. Don't forget, comment below if you want to be any of these heroes. And that's going to be that. So, today, one of the big things we got is we got access to the guild.
Make no mistake, we will face ever greater threats. Our soldiers must be ready.
What the guild allows you to do is to rebuy abilities. So for example, I can get this Crusader, drag him in, and what it allows me to do is I can buy additional abilities for him so I can use different things. For example, I can buy Holy Lance for this guy, which is a big deal. Or, if I want to go with the melee... What is it called? The melee Highwayman, which is really good. What it is, it's a duelist advance, which hits pretty hard. So he moves forward. Then you do a pistol blank shot, which makes him shoot backwards. So he goes back one. So he constantly swaps. So what you do is you can go duelist assassin, and then use a Crusader. Then you can go Holy Lance, for example. But I'm not going to do that yet. Let's see who we got in the caravan. Hey, we got our first Grave Robber. Grave Robbers are fantastic. You don't have any weaknesses, only a perk, a positive perk, which is always nice. And what do you have? You have lunge, pick to the face, flashing daggers, and yeah, these are all pretty good. This is actually a really good person to have in. And she prefers the third position, obviously. And I might bring you to the team.
To those with a keen eye, gold gleams like a dagger's point.
Let's have a look at this vestige here. Not the best vestige, because I do have to buy her Divine Grace. But though, she does have hardened skin, which is actually pretty good for anybody. That's actually really good. I can probably get rid of that and just... Yeah, I'm really tempted to buy this vestige here, actually. Get myself another healer.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
I'm not going to buy this Highwayman because he does have a torn rotary calf, which is actually really bad for a Highwayman, as I've learned over time. And yeah, I think that's pretty good what we've got so far. Then we need to do some upgrading. And the last thing I want to show you guys is the blacksmith.
The bellows blast once again. The forge stands ready to make weapons of war.
And what this guy does, you can put another guy in. Nope, not like that. You can pretty much like upgrade like your hero's weapons and armor. So they either have like more accuracy, more speed, higher base damage, higher crit. And this one just means more. They can have higher dodge base and higher health pools. Yeah, armor. Upgrading your armor and your weapons is super important in this game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the asylum first. Oh, I can't. Oh, I need to do one more quest to unlock it. The asylum's super important. So I'll show you what the asylum does shortly. So we're going to embark. Okay, so we just got access to the Weald. We'll do the Weald first, actually. Sure, complete 100% of the room battles, so that's not too bad. So we'll bring our less stressed Crusader. And what do you have? he was our first one, but he's got a couple of problems. Potential stealing items. We'll bring... You know what? Let's bring our highwayman, so you can do your 2 good abilities from second position. We'll bring our grave robber, and do we want to bring our yeah, let's bring our vestige as well. We get quite a few things from this. So we're going to grab some food, full stack of food, some shovels, anti-venom, herbs, 1 bandage, 2 skeletons. There's no point bringing holy water to the world. But now here's the question. Do I want to do a low torch run? Try and get more loot. Everybody's pretty low stress in that team. I might go no torch run. I'm going to risk it. No torches. To be honest, I actually forgot to check if anyone had any debuffs or low torches.
Corruption has soaked the soil.
Alright.
Sapping all
Ring
the
game.
life from these groves. Let us burn out this evil.
So this is a short mission. So the mission is complete 100% of all battle rooms. What that means is that each one of these big squares is considered a room. Any fight in it is considered a battle room. So we're going to go this way first. Now these carcasses are amazing. So what you can do is you can drop herbal medicine into them. And you get a crap ton of food. That's why with the Weald, you can actually bring a little less food to that mission.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption. Malformed with misintent.
I'm just double checking who's my trap expert. That's my highwayman. Surprised. The surprise could have been much worse. The surprise could have been much worse. Alright. Oh dear. Really? You only have those abilities? Okay. I'm going to fix them up right after this fight. Unlike the last video where I kept forgetting to put Holy Lance on, while I was editing that video, I was actually really angry at myself because of that video. She resisted, what was it? The stun. Resist the poison. I'm going to buff myself. So what does that do again? There, plus 15 dodge. Resisted the bleed. Can we get just a party heal off? And you are going to... Come on. Dodge. Even with the dodge buff. I still can't do any abilities. Oh yeah, by the way, the dodging me, those buffs do stack in this game.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Okay, now let's fix your abilities up. I want you to have that, and that. There we go. Yes, now you have all your abilities. We'll swap them around and you're in your correct position. And you lead the way. There's nothing in this room. Oh well. One thing when you do is when you previously explored a previous route, your team does gain stress. And we're going to get more stress because we are doing a no torch run. Oh wow, we got another corpse here so we can put more stuff in. So we're going to eat because we can, because how much we have. We're going to put in another herbal medicine. These guys should not die because how much food we have.
Ambushed by foul invention.
Eat, yes. We're not going to pick up that torch because we don't need it for this run. Again. Okay, now you can actually do your abilities. Ooh, that was not a bad... That wasn't bad. That was pretty good. Yeah, pretty okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can get a stun on you. Or kill.
Give them no
that works a lot better. Get the 3 off. Resist the poison. I'm going to see if I can hit one of the other spiders that hasn't gone yet. So I'm going to hit this one here. Hopefully I get the kill. There you go. So that's one less we have to deal with to hopefully to poison us. I'm going to do a party heal because everybody's taking a little bit of damage. Okay, that's a mark, so now he's going to take more damage. You're going to do open vein, see if you can cut the spider up. Wow, they got 25% bleed resistance and they're still missing. I'm going to pick to the face. You. Nice dodge by our highwayman. And that's a nice crit by the Crusader.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Wow, we completed this mission early. Alright. We'll just...
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
What we're going to do is we're going to keep going. Because we haven't made like enough money on this mission yet. Like, if we go back early now, I think that we would actually lose money on this mission. So we're going to keep going with this mission.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
And with the mummified remains, you use bandages on those and you get extra money. And with the graves, I'm going to risk it here. Use a shovel.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
And also, the other nice thing is that, because we know there's no more fights, if we run across... Okay, with these ones, you usually put holy water on these. But I'm going to use you. Because, I don't know. Yes, eat. Traps.
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
The nice thing is if we come across like another bramble... Oh, we got a scouting proc, which is nice. Okay, so we know there's... Okay, we're not going to continue anymore because we don't have a shovel.
The agents of pestilence will yet be driven from our woods.
That could be a really short video. I'll see what we can do. I'll tell you what, we'll do all the pre-planning of the next video. And then the next video will just me jumping into the next mission. What do you have? Obsession with killing. That's not too bad. Bloodthirsty. Second wind. That's not too bad. While meditating. That's pretty good. And stress eater. That's actually really bad, stress eater. So, anyway, I'll show you some more menu mechanics.
Our family name, once so well regarded, is now barely whispered aloud by decent folk.
Alright. Now the asylum's now available. Fantastic. So I can show you the whole asylum mechanic. Okay, so our witch doctor is going to be gone temporarily. Sometimes this happens where if you put them into stress, and yes, they do recover their stress, but sometimes they just randomly disappear for like a week. In game time, that is. So this is the last building that we've just unlocked. Now the asylum, what this does is this will help you remove negative effects. Like our first Crusader here is really bad state. So is this guy. So what I'm thinking is there any really bad effects we need to get rid of on really good players? Well, thing is, I don't want to keep these Crusaders. These Crusaders, I kind of want to keep them, but the amount of negative effects and the amount of gold it will take to get rid of all these. This one's not too bad. The only real one I need to get rid of is Sphere of Unholy. But I'm just not feeling it for this guy. Let's see, do we have anyone in the stagecoach? Oh, we got our first Hellion and our first occultist. So, what I'm thinking is upgrading the size here, and that would use some deeds and some crests. So what I'm thinking here, so I'll just explain. The occultist has one of the biggest single target heals in the game, but it has a downside. The first rank, it can heal from 0 to 10. First problem, it can heal 0 and do nothing. Second off, it has a chance to bleed. So what I mean by that is, say if I heal an ally, that person will get a negative debuff afterwards, which is kind of... But the occultists are still really good. Like all these ones here, the sacrificial stab. Yeah, these are pretty much all the abilities I want from an occultist, really. Like I might replace sacrificial stab with demon push. But these are like the core abilities I like from an occultist. You're nervous and you got a torn calf. Rotary torn calf is not that big of a deal, especially I'm going to keep on the back lines. He's mainly going to be a healer, so this is not too bad. This is the heal I was talking about. See, it heals for 0 to 10, but it targets has a chance to bleed for 1 point for 3 rounds. So it could be really bad. So, let's have a look at the other occultists. No, that was the first one I looked at. This is not a bad combo. Hex as well. What do you have? Rabies, okay. That is not good at all. That's not good. Rabies is terrible. It's kind of like the problem with the... Rabies is exact... It pretty much turns everybody into the leper. And I don't want any more leper type effects. The Hellion, let's have a look at you. Plus 5% surge, plus 15% movement resistance. Stress heal, obsessed with the paranormal. You're pretty good. And plus you've got all the core abilities really, except for Barbaric Yelp. So... basically what you can do with this is you can have Bleed Out, Adrenaline Rush, Iron Swan. Yeah, I really like this one. So I'm thinking, this is one thing. Get rid of you, because you are too much.
Another soul battered and broken, cast aside like a spent torch.
The way he puts that is really depressing, I'm not gonna lie.
Barbaric rage and unrelenting savagery make for a powerful ally.
And we're going to pick up our first occultist.
To fight the abyss, one must know it.
Let's have a look at this vestige. Well, scrap, that's a pretty okay one. Yeah, this is not that great. So we're going to use the asylum. Can we upgrade the asylum in any way? No, to upgrade the asylum we need busts. This is like the first upgrade I always try and go for, is to increase the amount of slots you have, so you can, well, get rid of more. Is there anything I can get rid of you? Yeah, I'll get rid of your Fear of Unholy. So what I do is I drop in here, select Fear of Unholy, cost money, put them in, live the leather straps, and that's that. Now he's going to be in here. Now the Hellion is pretty much another equivalent of a tank, but she's quite... I'm not sure what the negatives of her are, but the only thing that she can't do is she's quite a heavy CC. She hits pretty regularly. Her attacks, all her attacks have a pretty high, all average to hit. Like, she's a really reliable person to hit with. The only biggest problem is that all her abilities, weaknesses, are very positional aware. Like, she pretty much, like, almost every single one of her really good abilities pretty much means she has to be in first position. Like, Bleed Out and Iron Swan. And the other big thing with all these abilities is they all have to be in certain positions. Positions? Yeah, that's the word. That's any real. Her position in the party is super important, and like if she gets like surprised and she ends up at the back, she's completely useless. That's pretty much the biggest weakness with the Helium. Anyway, guys, that will be it for now. Next video, I'm just gonna jump straight in, and don't forget, leave a comment if you want to be named after one of these characters. Don't forget thumbs up, subscribe, and all that. And yeah, if you enjoy these lists, let me know and what other games you want me to do. See ya!